guys to show some love for her. First time she's in Texas, right? And look, okay, guys, I want you guys to calm down. Just because she's cute doesn't mean you're gonna fuck a comic tonight, okay? She's gonna tell you some jokes. You're gonna laugh. No one's gonna talk this shit. No one's touching it. I already know you fuckers. You know, because you guys think like I did. Guys, come to the stage from Dallas, Texas. Guys, dinner with Jessica. All these, everybody, make some noise.
Alright. I want to know what Sucio he was talking about when he was like, you will not have sex with her. Oh, raise your hand to that. Definitely no. Now, my name is Jessica. I'm from San Antonio. I'm not from Dallas. I'm not. I proudly wear it on my chest. It looks like this. I love being here. I'm like, this feels like home. Anybody been to San Antonio? Does this not look like down like Market Square in San Antonio? If not, don't worry about buying a ticket there. Just come here. You'll see it. Same thing. Same thing. No, dude, I'm from Texas, and I'm ashamed to say that it wasn't until recently I realized that not everybody is Mexican. Did you guys know that? You know there were other options? Dude, I had no idea, because growing up in San Antonio, we all grow up with the same, like, Mexican upbringing, right? Like, we all have quinceañeras, we eat tacos for breakfast, we don't know our dads, like, we all have that same upbringing, right? So, like, it blew my mind when I moved to LA and people thought I was white. And I know I look entitled and like I probably say, ooh, I got a skedaddle. Guys, like I get the vibe. I give off. But like I moved to LA and people immediately started talking to me about their chakras. And I thought they meant chanclas. I was so confused. I was like, what? They said paletas, or they said pilates. I thought they said paletas. Babe, I was not dressed for that occasion. That was a weird outing for me, you know? It blew my mind. And I really do try to be a part of the Mexican culture. I try to, like, prove myself, right? So I wear my hair curly, I wear her earrings, because that's the uniform. You know that. You know, I say and shit at the end of my sentences, so I spice it up a bit. Dude, I even spent a night in jail once, just to really immerse myself in the culture. Anybody else Mexican in here? Dude, I spent one night in jail. It was just once, but not that Mexican. One night in jail. I got a DWI when I was in college. Dude, that shit was expensive, man. I do not recommend college at all. Oh my God. Yeah, still paying for that mistake. Are you kidding me? Jail, on the other hand, not that bad. Not that bad. Like, yeah, they take away your rights, your freedom, your privacy, but like, that's just being a woman in Texas, right? Like, that felt like home to me. I'm like, this is cozy as happening here. I like this, you know? I felt safe, secure, like I was half a human. I loved it. It was great. Now, I'm at a weird time in my life. I'm recently unemployed. Anybody else unemployed here? Yeah, drinks on us, right? Okay. Now, I recently lost my job, and it's fine. The only bad part about it was that no one was sad for me. No one felt bad. Everybody was like, well, you hated that job. And I was like, yeah, but I hated it the same way married women hate their husbands, you know? Like, yeah, I was going to bitch and complain and cry about it, but I wasn't going to leave. I wasn't going to quit. And people ask me now, they're like, well, what are you going to do for money? How are you going to make money? Fair question. I'm going to make money the same way that actors do. I'm going to get residuals from all the guys that I dated. Like, if you've seen me naked and thought about it after, pay me, okay? Like, I deserve, like, a monthly Venmo for that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I sent you a nude photo and that's still in your phone, okay, you don't have to delete it, just send me a monthly sum. Like, I think that's only fair, right? I know the women are always like, yeah, okay, that's a good idea. And the men are like, ooh, that'd be an expensive bill, I have to pay. Because I know, and some people are like, news, I would never. And I'm like, okay, well, you probably have a dad, so that checks out for you. They're like, well, what if it ends up online, and then you can never do things, like run for political office? Well, I'm like, babe, I have an arrest record and a punch card at Planned Parenthood, okay? Like, that's not going to be the thing that takes me out. Are you kidding me? No. But they're like, well, what if he passes it around to his friends and shows everybody? I'm like, I'm single and I'm unemployed, okay? okay? Consider it a business card for me, okay? Pass it around accordingly, please. Help me out. I am single, unemployed, like a real catch, right? I am single, and I hate the advice that people give you. Like single people, clap your hands if you're single here. Right? Don't you always hear advice? People are like, when you least expect it, it'll happen. Shut up. Like COVID, is it going to be as fun as COVID? Oh my God. And my mom, she tries to give me advice. She'll say things like, maybe you should go back to church. Maybe you'll meet someone at church. And I grew up Catholic, so I will go on holy days of obligation, right? So I'll go on Easter, on Christmas, when I'm late for my period. Those are the days I'm going to pray. I'm a boyfriend, not a baby daddy, right? It's the worst. And people tell me, they're like, look, the guys you date, Jessica, you gotta switch up the guys. So, you need to date someone who's like a CEO, who drives a Tesla and knows the difference between affect and effect. Go for that guy, right? Fair. Or they're like, someone who can spell Wednesday without saying Wednesday. That would be the guy you're leaving. And I try. It's just like the guys I date are the ones who join the military to help pay for college. But by college, they need child support. That's my guy. That's my guy. The ones who don't have Teslas, but they tell me they have BMWs, big Mexican meaties. That's my guy. You can picture it. It's the guy you see on the highway who drives an old Honda Civic where the hood of the car is a different color than the rest of the car. Hey, that's my helpful Honda guy. I love that. There's just something about a guy, getting out of a Tesla in a suit that I'm like, ew, you probably signed the back of your credit card. No, thank you. But a guy getting off the bus, hey, I'm like, what rap is that? Oh my God, I love that. Mr. Economical, so LA, so great. I don't know, I'm trying to date someone different. I genuinely want to be in a relationship. I do, I want the husband, kids, divorce. I want the whole package. I want all of it, I do. It's just scary to be in a relationship, right? You have to trust people. You have to trust them. And I can't, because I had a friend. Sorry about that. I had a friend who dated a guy for 4 years. He cheated on her. Cheated on her, got the other girl pregnant, and then broke up with his girlfriend. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. And it was at the beginning of the pandemic, too, when they were like, stay safe. He was like, I don't like condoms. They were like, do not come outside. He was like, I only come inside, other women. That's not. It's crazy. It makes dating hard, and I know people are always like, try the apps. That's dumb. I tried it one time, and a guy on it, he asked me if English was my second language. And at first, I was like, oh my God, he knows I'm Mexican. This is so great. But then he later clarified that it was because I misspelled so many words in such a short amount of time that he just assumed I didn't grow up with the language. Can't do dating apps. I matched with another guy. His name was G, just the letter. And I asked him what it was short for, because I was like, oh, clearly, maybe it's like Garfield, and he's embarrassed. And he was like, it's my lucky letter, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't know when they said, what's your name? People took it as a suggestion, okay, that. He was like, what's your name? And I was like, well, it's Jessica, like the app says. I didn't think it was that hard. That's why dating apps are hard right now, because people do dumb shit like put their lucky letter instead of their name there, and you're just confused on what's going on. I don't know. I recently started therapy too, because losing a job's a good time to start therapy, right? And thank you. I did, and I love my therapist, but dude, I think she forgets she's being paid to do a job when we talk. Because I get on the call with her, and she's like, oh, Jessica, let me tell you what happened today. And I'm like, ooh, you're right. I went first last week. It is your turn. You go first. You first. And she'll be like, she'll tell me all what her patients are doing. I'm like, this is not what, Kaiser's paying for, but here we are. But it feels like two girlfriends who are just shooting the shit, which I appreciate, I like. Because, I was in a sorority in college, so I'm used to paying for my friends. So it does feel nice for me. It does feel refreshing. All right, you guys, I gotta skedaddle. My name is Jessica Alanice. You've been fantastic.